Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Get Baked with Manlio. Today I have my friend Drew here.
Yo.
So you guys are gonna be getting baked with Manlio and Drew.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be good. So today actually we're doing one of the Drew's recipes. What are we doing?
They're called Reese's chocolate chunk cookies. It's very easy recipe. We're gonna go step by step.
It's easy, not hard.
It's so easy, even a caveman could do it.
Not hard.
Not hard at all. But
all right. So what are some of the ingredients that we're gonna be using today, Drew?
all right. Well, first off, we have the basics. All these, I must emphasize, are things you can easily find at a supermarket, reasonably, cheap. We have these baggied, seen here, because I could just bring a giant bag of flour or sugar to Manlio's place because, well, he probably already has that, and I didn't know that at the time.
Oh,
yes, I know, it's okay.
Are they all pre-measured? So you have them pre-measured? All right.
Everything's pre-measured. I'm still gonna say the specifics, so you at home can easily just start with a bowl. I usually go with glass. Metal is very difficult to microwave because it'll explode, so I wouldn't recommend that. Glass bowl. What you do basically, first off, a stick of butter. The recipe calls for 2. We're gonna do 2 for right now. If you want to feel a little less guilty about how delicious these cookies are, you can go with 1.
Nah, don't all out. We do it all out here.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go.
2014, no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
So you put it in the microwave.
Put it in the microwave. Put it for 2 minutes. The important thing is it has to be melted. If it's a little, personally, I like if it's nice and melted rather than a little chunky. It's a lot easier to stir when you're mixing in the ingredients. The other thing you have to also be careful of is the thing I found out. If you leave it in for too long, potentially the butter could explode, in which you have a mess to clean up afterwards, which we're going to try to make this as limited mess as possible. No promises when it comes to flour, though.
And no fire extinguishers.
No fire extinguishers. I forgot to bring mine. It's a safety precaution. But Manlio assured me that, that wouldn't be a problem.
We'll put a fire out, no matter.
Yeah, so basically what we're going to start off with, we have the butter seen here, okay?
Smelt it.
Smelt it
down.
and dealt it.
Butter.
Butter.
Right.
What you do is you take your measuring cups, measure 3/4 cup of what? 3/4 of white sugar, and then 3/4 of brown sugar. Now, for the time being, we're going to put them in together. I recommend that you mix each one of them individually. It just makes sure and you stir. So we're gonna.
Oh yeah! Look at that.
Look at that. Look at thatness.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right, and then take a spoon. I usually prefer a wooden spoon with a little curve because when you're stirring it together, it makes sure it beats it nice. Yeah, you gotta mix it in. Make sure it's nice and goopy. Definitely stir. I'd say stir for about a minute or so. Make sure you got a nice blend here. And also it's important, especially when you're dealing with brown sugar, that you get the clumps out. Because there's nothing worse than you're eating a cookie and you get like a bite of brown sugar. Because in essence, it's delicious. 2 eggs.
Not 1, but 2.
2 eggs.
2 eggs.
2 eggs. Crack it. Now,
crack it.
Be very careful not to get any shell in the thing because make sure your hands are clean. You do not want, especially in this season or any season, if you're sick, wash your hands. The last thing you want to do is make delicious infection cookies. That's how zombie viruses start. So stir it up. And eventually, all right. What we need to now do is it's 1 full teaspoon, important, of baking soda. This is essentially important because this is what helps your cookies rise. If you don't use this, or if you use the baking soda that's out of date, your cookies will be delicious, but they'll be flat. And that's not a bad thing, but essentially you want nice, fluffy, big cookies.
So we're going to add the 1 teaspoon here.
1 teaspoon there.
Look at that.
Look at that. Oh god, it looks like outside. It's all snow covered.
Mm-hmm.
Again, cannot stress this enough. Make sure, round and around. This will definitely come in helpful when the flour comes, which is, of course, the messiest part of all.
Okay. Yeah, just gotta have some fun with it.
Okay. All right, Manlio, please, the vanilla.
1 teaspoon of vanilla?
1 teaspoon of vanilla, please.
Coming right up.
Excellent.
Just strip that there.
Yep.
Oh,
Drop
yeah.
it in. Yep.
Smells delicious.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. All right. And at this time, it's probably smart to preheat your oven to be about 375.
375.
375 degrees. Make sure to preheat it to 375.
Not 420?
Not 420.
Oh, come on, bro.
No, man. It's not 420 yet.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So you gotta see. This is the important thing. You'll notice is that you can already see the batter itself is starting to get cohesive. That's important because the stronger it is, that means the cookies are gonna. If it's more liquidy, you have to be a little aware of that. But that's something you'll notice when you add the flour. This is important. 2 cups, 2 1/4 cup of flour. 2 1/4, everybody. That's important. Okay. Now let's review
2
again.
1/4.
Yes, but we already added on again, just in case anybody.
So the ingredients so far.
2 sticks of butter. 1.
Melted.
Yes, melted. 1 3/4 cup of white sugar. 3/4 cup of brown sugar. 2 eggs. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then now 2 1/4 of flour. The important thing with flour is to do it usually because of the mess it takes. Do it mix in about 1 1/4 at a time. Since we're feeling dangerous today, we're just going to mix the whole 2 1/4 in right now. So this is the big part. Now the other big part is one of the best parts of all, which we'll get to after we finish.
Are you folding it in, kind of?
Yeah, you're just what you got to do.
In.
Yeah, as my mom instructed me when she taught me how to make these. What you got to do is make sure you scrape the bowl, because you can tell here. You see, there's still flour attached. You don't want that to go to waste. So you got to make sure you go around here. Are you cutting them into 4ths or 8ths?
That's right, 4ths.
4ths. Okay, good.
So we have a nice little chunky part of the batter here. Look at that. This is thick.
Yeah, man. Look at that shit.
How do you feel? Adding more? Less?
I'd say maybe a couple of cups more. You know, you don't want to disappoint our audience.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
You can literally, just standing here, I can smell the peanut butter. It's just amazing. Like literally, just look at this. Look at it. You can see the chunks.
All right. So now what we're gonna do is gonna spoon the batter into our baking trays. So we have a nice little cookie scoop.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. These are just perfect. The other good thing to do, I've never used a cookie scoop before, so this is the first time for me, is use a small spoon, and you can usually on a tray fit about 8 or 9. You have to make sure you space them out because you have to remember these will grow. And
all right, so now we're gonna blaze this thing in the oven for about 10 minutes, right?
10 minutes is usually the best. 12, no more than 12. Anything else, the cookies will get a little too brown.
All
right. Look at that.
Thinking about the oven. Oh yeah, they
Look
do
at
look
that.
delicious.
Look at those. Look at that. That is just scrumdiddlyumptious.
We're gonna put another batch in there. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yep, another batch. The important thing, especially, is to make sure you let them cool down. The worst thing to do is just scoop them right off. Unless you have cooling racks, that's good. I just let them sit, let them cool down. And the last thing you want to do is burn your tongue on a delicious hot cookie.
And we have the rest of them right here, already cooled up and ready to eat. They're delicious.
Scrumptious.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So try this recipe at home. Definitely, it's delicious. I want to thank my friend Drew to come by and bring his own recipe here. If you guys want to, recommend any recipes, please write it down. Don't forget to like or subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have any suggestions that you want to see me do or anybody else, I'm looking to have more guests into the show as well. So yeah, enjoy this cookie.
All right, everything. Bon appetit.